Heather and I have a new adventure coming up. Let's talk about it.
Welcome to the Gastlecast. We're glad you're there. You get the right time. We had an all-time high. Funkos, hot toys, and charms on mine. Stick around, like, comment, and be sure to subscribe because life's a little better when you answer Chris and Heather. Hey, life's a little better when you answer Chris and Heather. Hey, life's a little better when you answer Chris and Heather. And remember, at these hallowed walls, we are together. Yes.
Okay, I don't know if I would call it an adventure because we're already on the adventure, but we're gonna be talking about the adventure, and it's been a big one.
So Heather and I have this big plan, and we hope that you're on board with us. We hope that you give us your time. We're going to be doing a podcast talking about how we started Mischief Toys, and it'll sort of start out with Gastlecast because Mischief Toys was grown from the Gastlecast. All the marketing has practically happened through the Gastlecast.
Yeah, well, not only that, but we got ideas to do these things because of the Gastlecast. I mean, the original reason that you even drew Ghastly, the character, was because of collecting, because of things that we do here on the Gastlecast.
Ghastly and Mischief Toys would not be a thing if it had not been for Gastlecast. Gastlecast changed our lives, quite frankly. We liked collecting things, and we sort of collected a little low-key at first, but it really blew up when we got into this channel.
Yeah.
And so now we have thousands upon thousands of dollars behind us, in front of us, and surrounding us. And not only that, we have thousands and thousands of dollars dipped into this Mischief Toys business. But this is a good thing because Mischief Toys is growing bigger than ever right now, and I'm super, super proud of it. But we would not be here if it weren't for you guys watching all of our videos and supporting us. It really means the world. And I feel like this podcast is really made for you and anybody else who's thinking that you want to try something new, but you're afraid. Because Heather and I got into both of these things very afraid. At first, as an example with Gastlecast, we had a really hard time sitting in front of the camera.
We really did. And I would tell you to go and watch the very first couple of videos that we did, but do not. They're horrible. They're embarrassing. My cheeks are getting red just thinking about you watching those. Like, don't do it.
But everybody has to start somewhere. And that's basically what this podcast is all about. It's about stepping out of your normal boundaries, your safe zone, so to speak. Because I have surrounded myself with a safe zone for my entire life. Most of the time I would come up with ideas and things that I would like to do, i.e. I wanted to be a singer really bad in a band. And I know that might sound hilarious, and I'm going to keep talking even though you're laughing, but I was always cautious of taking a chance. But with all the things that we've been doing lately, we're taking bigger chances than ever.
It has been very scary. It has been very exhausting. It has been very difficult. I mean, we have faced so many hurdles along the way. Some of the things that I never thought would be issues were issues. Some of the things that I never thought would be like seamless were seamless. Like, it's just such an interesting story in my opinion. So our plan as of right now, and podcasts evolve, they change, but it's to tell our story, tell you about what was going through our heads during these certain situations, whether they be good or bad, things that we had to take risks on, things we were more cautious about, just things that went wrong.
And what I think will be fun and interesting is Heather and I are going to have different perspectives because Heather is very business oriented and focused, where I'm just an ideas guy and I sort of just sit back and edit Gastlecast videos while Heather does a majority of all the work. And we're going to get into some of those stories and situations in this podcast. It could be a little drama because it might bring us, you and I, sort of face to face with some of the issues that we've dealt with and are currently dealing with.
Oh, you mean how I just packed 390 toxic Ghastlies and you came in and you packed 15 and said that you did a good job and you're tired and you deserve a juice box for all your hard work?
I didn't say I deserved the juice box. I said
I need to go get my hearing checked.
So I think this podcast will be entertaining. I think it'll be funny in spots. I think sometimes it might even bring a tear to your eyes. I really want it to be inspirational and help people take chances. And a lot of our story are us taking chances where we're looking back on it thinking, oh my God, we just sent this amount of money to a manufacturer to make a toy that we don't know if it's going to sell. And we're really not sure if this toy is going to sit in our house forever.
You didn't even mention the fact that we sent money over and I didn't even know if we were going to get the product.
Exactly. So lots of trials and tribulations will be discussed.
And patrons get super duper excited if you're into Mischief toys because we are going to occasionally post some sneak peeks, whether it be photos or maybe just a little bit of information as to what is coming up on that week's podcast. It is going to be so much fun and we are so looking forward to sharing our experiences. And this isn't just going to be for people who want to start a toy company because I don't expect people to want to do that. I mean, this is difficult.
There's a lot of labor in everything we do. Labor intensive.
Not just that, but it's so hard to figure out, especially if you've never been in this world, figure out what to say and what different types of molds do what. I mean, it's just so much that we are learning day by day, and we've been doing this. It's been almost 3 years now that we've been in the works of this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm still learning new stuff, I would say at least once a week.
And I want to make sure to shout out our friend Nathan Maidman for gathering a bunch of information for us. He went back and found a lot of history for us, so we were able to put together basically a set of notes so we know what to talk off of and some talking points, release dates and things like that. So Nathan, just a big shout out to you. We appreciate it.
I just wanted to also note that not only is Nathan helping out a little bit with the timeline of thing, I mean a lot, the bigger thing that he's helping out with is I'd like to, on mischieftoys.com, make sort of like a history sort of tab so we can show release dates of everything, piece counts, things like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I want to make a different tab and sort of organize things by time. And he like sent me a Word document. He was sending me data to my Facebook Messenger. Like, he's incredible. And I know you thanked him, but I also want to say thank you, Nathan.
As I've mentioned for a long time, Gastlecast is basically a living documentary for Mischief Toys, along with our Patreon. Patreon and Gastlecast combined is basically telling the whole story of Mischief Toys, and we're going to be able to consolidate all of that into this podcast. And I am super, super stoked over it. I don't think I've been this stoked over any project we have ever done. Just like everything that we've done with Gastlecast, Patreon, Mischief Toys, we want to bring you a new level of entertainment, something brand new you've never seen anywhere else. I think that experience is everything, and I feel like this podcast will just add another extension or another arm to the Mischief Toys experience, and I think you guys are really going to like it. And quite frankly, it's all thanks to this little guy right here, our best little friend Ghastly. And by the way, I'm going to take a moment just to talk about how great this year is going to be for Ghastly. We're talking summer convention exclusive. It's a brand new mold. He is a lot bigger. He is amazing. We cannot wait for that. We're also talking the Monstro, which is fantastic. Super excited about that. We have a figure that will be released at Hot Topic, which is also a brand new mold, and it's from the mind of Heather. I think it's going to blow your socks off. It is probably the best Ghastly we have done so far, hands down. Then we have a plush Ghastly coming.
And my personal favorite, and the one that is happening the soonest, is a Pride Ghastly for Pride Month, which is the month of June. And we're working with a nonprofit that has to do with the LGBTQ plus community that we will talk about very, very, very soon. But I'm so excited to be able to give to charity. I mean, that is such a huge accomplishment for us. Not only are we doing what we love and selling vinyl figures that are so much fun, but we are also planning on working closely with more charities in the future, and I'm so excited to announce that figure so soon.
And we're also working on a Maryland flag Ghastly, which I like to refer to as the Maryland Initiative, because this is the home state, the birthplace of our little friend Ghastly.
And if you are not from Maryland or you've never been to Maryland, people here are insane. They are obsessed with the flag. We are obsessed with the flag. It's such a great looking flag. People wear Maryland socks. They have Maryland bumper stickers. They have their entire car wrapped in the Maryland state flag. Maryland flag all over Maryland, which I hear is something that hardly ever happens in any other state. Not only that, but we're also really hoping to do more than just the Maryland flag Ghastly. We have a lot of really cool Maryland themed Ghastlies up our sleeves, and it might not be for everybody, but I think it'll be for just about everybody in the state of Maryland.
So as you can tell, we have a lot of stuff coming from Mischief Toys. Things that are going to completely blow your mind. Things that you will not expect coming from us. There's just so much, and we are super, super excited to finally share that with you. All this information will be coming very soon. So this was just our little video to tell you about our upcoming podcast, talk about Mischief Toys a little bit. Gastlecast and Mischief Toys are our world. And if you didn't know that, well, now you know. We make a video every single day. We go live every Sunday, and we work on Mischief Toys every single day of the week.
Now, before we get bombarded with when is this podcast coming out, we aren't sure, but we're going to start working on it very, very, very soon. So I would say within the next month or so at the very latest, and it will be streaming on every single platform that you can imagine. So make sure you stay tuned to the Gastlecast and to Mischief Toys, all of our social medias. Sign up for our newsletter on mischieftoys.com for all of the most up-to-date information about this podcast and everything that we are doing.
Let us know what you think about all the stuff we've talked about in this video and more in the comment section down below. In every video, we like to shout out to some of our patrons from Patreon. In this video, we'd like to shout out to Chris Zazaski, Hassan E., Justin and Stacy McKenzie, Stephen Owens, Ryan Guerrero, Shoot Farm Pops, Pablo Perez, Sean Neal, Craig Matthews, and Mac the Ball. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. We appreciate all of our patrons. You guys rock. Thank you so much for staying until the very end of the video. We appreciate all of your support. You guys are amazing. Remember, as always, we're hot together, yes. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.